What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Konqr Show. This is episode 3, and today is going to be a 2-part episode. We're going to do one part today, one part next week, and we're going to be talking about success and how do we define success and what we think determines someone being successful. In whatever that may be, there's 100 different definitions in the world of what success is. I came across an article that had 19 definitions of success, and I wanted to talk about 3 today, and we're going to do 2 next week. I kind of summarize everything. So, first and foremost, the one that really came out to me was like first thing is about what you do in your life. And it was that success is remembering to balance work with passion. And being successful, for me, is waking up every day and doing what you love. And I've been blessed enough to build my life that I consider myself successful in that way. I do what I love. Everything that I do is what I love. Some people are a little less fortunate because they have dependencies and things that they have to do every day to support their family, support themselves. And that's why I believe firmly in having your 9 to 5 to support your family and working on your passion project from 5 to 10 or whatever you may be, whatever time you have left in the day. Now, how would you equate the importance of doing something that you love and something that you're passionate about in terms of success? So is it something that's important? Is it something that's not? For me, it is. For me, it's something that I think everybody should be doing something that they love, and life gets a lot easier when you wake up every morning and you love what you do. But, what do you think?
It is actually very, very important, because if you don't love what you're doing, you'll never give it your 1,000%. You're going to be always having a delay, having a problem, having a wall that it's blocking. You're not going to be waking up every morning and be happy that you're going to work or you're going to do what you want to do. Because if you don't love it, then you don't love it. So you're going to be always also focusing on getting to somewhere else, to something that you love. And when you don't love the thing you're doing, you become all over the place because you can't find the something that you love where you can be attached to. It doesn't mean that you cannot be doing something that you don't love on the side or something that it's part of your job that you can get to that successful level as well. It can happen. But mostly, and the majority of people, they don't find success if they don't love what they're doing. And I see that success is on a lot of stages. And it has priorities to become successful. So you have...
Okay, wait. Before we continue, what do you determine for you, okay, as successful?
As being successful,
yeah,
is to go through, you set for yourself goals,
yeah,
and those goals should be the highest that you set for yourself,
yeah,
as this person. And when you start succeeding in those different elements and those different points, then it becomes to you being a successful person. You can be successful in any way. You can be successful in because there's 1,000 of things that you can do that you can be successful and be in the meaning of being successful. Achieving the maximum in this category or in this department, this job, this whatever.
Well, majority of people equate success to money and to a monetary value of how much you make.
No.
You're not successful unless you make this.
No.
But if when you're playing a video game, I don't know what game it was, Mortal Kombat. It might not have been, I don't know, don't quote me on that. But when you beat the guy, it's success, you won. Okay? If you look up the definition of success, it's overcoming something or accomplishing your goal.
This is not being successful. You can succeed in this goal and in this part, but that doesn't mean that you came to being successful, because you have to go through all those stages to become successful.
Okay, I don't think the same way.
Yeah.
I think I'm very successful because I'm doing what I love. Forget everything around it. I consider myself successful because every day I wake up and I get to work on my goals.
I see that this is a part of being successful. This is a success.
Okay.
That you got to the point of success that you're doing what you love and you're good at it. This is in terms of work. After this, you have the success of a love relationship. You have a success of a relationship with your friends. You have a success in managing other kind of businesses. You have a success in training. You have it's all, and all those combined gets you being successful.
Okay,
Not
but
only one thing.
Okay, but
this is
no.
what I.
But you just proved my point for me, because in all those aspects of your life, you set goals for yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just say my goal is short term, and you beat that goal. You are successful.
Just to the extent of that goal. But not to the main goal that you like.
But what if that goal is your end goal?
Then you're successful and that's it, and you stop there.
Thank you.
That doesn't mean that you're going above that goal.
I never said anything about that.
No, but this is what I mean here with what I'm saying is that, okay, I say I'm buying this cup of tea.
Yeah.
But my goal tomorrow is to buy this cup of tea. So I succeeded in attending this goal, but actually my main goal that I set up at the beginning when I started my journey is to buy the big bottle of tea. Yeah. So when I got this, I succeeded in this.
It's a stepping stone.
Exactly. So when I get to the step and I get to the point that I get the bottle, now I'm satisfied and I'm successful. And it has nothing to do with money, because we talk about this all the time. You can be rich, but you can be wealthy. There's two things completely different.
You could also be rich and be miserable.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with this. A lot of people living a miserable life, they have billions of dollars. They do nothing for them, nothing for their happiness. It's completely different. You can be living with $2 and you're the happiest person on earth. In a way for you, you're the happiest person on earth. I don't care about what people think about you.
You just brought up 2 points.
Yeah.
Okay. First, what do you think is more important? Being happy every day or having money in the bank?
Being happy every day.
Okay. So if you would have asked me that when I was 21, I would have said money in the bank.
Of course.
Because I was brought up that you want to work. Forget I was brought up. In school, they push you. Be a doctor, be a lawyer, be an accountant, be a scientist. Why? Because they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then you'll be successful because you'll be making a lot of money. When I started to come to my own and learn a little bit myself, that flipped full circle, and I think it's so much more important to be happy, and the success will come because you love what you do every day.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned something about the steps to achieving your goals.
Yes.
This is something that is so important that nobody talks about, is micro and macro goals.
Yes.
So you have your macro, your huge goals, your 5, 10 year down the line, your 1 year down the line can be a macro goal. And that's something that you're going to achieve. But it is so important and so crucially important to set the micro goals and to keep yourself accountable for the micro goals.
Yes.
And accomplish and succeed in achieving those micro goals to keep yourself going. Because if all you think about is like, I want $1 million.
Yeah, but how to get to the $1 million? You need to make the 100, the 200, the 300 to get to the $1 million. Yes.
So start by like doing one thing every day. You do something. Then start by setting goals for the week and the goals for the month and then goals for the year. Like,
this becomes
come on, like
a part of your organizations and the logistics of your life and your business and how to put this in place. So you're working on the small picture. Yeah, you have to always keep the bigger picture and where you want to get always on the wall in front of you. And this is where I'm going. But you should now track all the steps that you have to get there. If you just say, okay, I'm going there, and you run there, you fall right here.
Also, never being satisfied until you get to the top.
Exactly.
You got to be satisfied at least and be happy.
This is why I say you're not successful until you get there. Because if you say, I'm successful, you're going to stop there and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I did my first $1 million. I'm successful. I have money. I'm happy. Everything is good. No, it's not true. Your $1 million, if you made them today and you want to live the life of a millionaire or a billionaire, you're spending them tomorrow and then you're on the street. No, you have to go for 100, for 2, for 3, for 4.
If that's what your goal is.
Exactly. If your goal is something else, yeah, you're going to make money anyway. If you're going to the point of being successful to a very high, not position, but I'll say a high
tax bracket.
No, you're looking to have yourself in a very high position in between people in your business, in your if you're an athlete, or it's like it works
The
with
wealth.
all exactly. So how do I get of being wealthy in all manners? It's like I have to have a lot of knowledge. I have to be a leader in what I'm doing. I have to conquer every step that I'm going through so I can start seeing this level that I want to get there. Because I see it. You see it in the movies. You see it on social media. That's why also the society and the community is forcing you to go somewhere. You're not gonna make money if you're not a lawyer. You're not gonna make money if you're not a doctor. You're not gonna make money if you're not an engineer. It's not true at all. You can make money anywhere with anything. I didn't finish my my degree.
I didn't go to university.
Yeah,
Neither did I. But so the thing is, I don't think when you're at that age. First of all, you could switch fields every single year until you're freaking 30, and you're still fucking young.
Yeah.
And you have so much time ahead of you.
Yeah. There's
but I
people
just
starts career at 50.
I just think the importance should not be money.
Yes.
Take the monetary value out of it. What do you want to do in your life?
Yes.
Whatever it may be. And if
you shouldn't just forget about it.
Why not?
You shouldn't forget about it. You always have to have in your mind the sense of money, the value of money.
I didn't say that.
Making money, no, so you can just advance in your projects in a way or another.
But that might not be important to certain people.
Yeah, of course.
So what I'm saying is, if you take that out of the equation, and it's really just, the importance is doing what you love and being happy every day. If that brings you 50,000 a year, you got to live the life of that brings you. You can't expect to live the life of the millions doing that.
Yeah, it's true.
You have to look at what's important to you.
And if you want to live that life, then work for it so you can get there. That's why I say don't be satisfied and put yourself into brackets that you're like, you know what?
I didn't mean by be satisfied, but I meant by be proud of yourself.
Oh, you have to, of course.
I accomplished today's goal. Today I wanted to send out 1,000 cold emails and call 30 potential clients, and you did it.
You're proud, but you have to always remind yourself that it's not enough. It's not that I did this today, that means that my job is done. Because if I have 10,000 phone calls that I can make, today I did I'm proud of myself because I did 150 that no one did 150 before. So I'm proud of myself. Yes, I deserve to be proud of myself. But it's not, okay, I did 150 and that's it. I stopped there. This is
that's copying.
No, because people don't realize that. They're like, they're very active and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do it and this, and they run and do it.
Yeah,
and
put your money where your mouth is.
And they don't continue.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I'm satisfied. I did it. Thank God. And they chill. And it's not the case.
That's why I've always said for my employees, for people around me, hard work beats talent any day of the week.
Yeah, of course.
Because someone that's willing to work their ass off and get to their goals and work every day and learn and be eager to learn is so much more valuable than someone that has the university degree and knows it all and doesn't want to put in the work. For me,
if you're talented and you
have the
hard worker, you're beyond anyone. It's like you're talking about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. You have Cristiano Ronaldo who's a extremely hard worker. He's like beyond anything else. This is why he went to the top and he's being one of the best players in the world. Yeah. Messi had the talent. He was talented, but he still worked for it. But they're both two icons that respected, and they represent the football of the world, and they're both the greatest players of the world, but they both have different things. That means it shows you that a person like Cristiano Ronaldo didn't have the talent that Messi had, but with his hard work, he achieved the same achievements that Messi did. So this is where people should see that, oh, then I can do it. He did it, I can do it. And this is the people that we should look up to. Not watching reality TV shows and just bullshit that we think that this is what's the world about. And this is what we should just go after. And this is, I'll make money, I'll make billions, I'll do this and that when I do the same as they do. No. see what you love and what you're good at, and just try to push it. And when it doesn't work, go to something else. And it doesn't work, go to something else and keep pushing. And I just want to mention, because when I said that, yes, we didn't have the degree of university and this and that, but this doesn't mean that education is not important. It's the most important thing in life.
Ditto.
And, like, it's if I can redo all the things that I didn't do in school to get my degree and to university and this, I'll do it. But we're all different, and we have different characters, and there's people that we call street smart, and others they're not, and others that they were with us at school, they were studying and having full marks, but they might not be successful in their work. It's completely different. It depends on how your character, and if you use your skills in the right direction and the right things that you can do. So
and to never stop learning.
This is a very important thing. While you learn, you don't have to learn like a paper and
no. I didn't say like books, but
exactly.
like
learn
and be eager to learn new things.
Yeah.
Like I'm always learning. I'm always studying different topics. Doesn't mean I'm in school. I don't have a degree, but
it's very important.
Yeah,
for yourself and for your position in your society, and
for sure. So to come out of that and into overcoming those goals. Let's say you set big goals for yourself that are intimidating.
Yeah.
So the second point that came was success is overcoming fear. There's always like this statement of become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Because the workforce in real life is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There are situations that are uncomfortable. There are situations that are scary that you got to overcome. So overcoming those scary moments and leaping past the fear is important in success.
Yes.
And getting comfortable overcoming the fear.
And facing your problems. And stop there and say, what? I have a problem here. You always have to learn also how to put brakes. What happens with people and what happened with me and that I've experienced in the last couple of years as moving from business to business and opening several companies in different majors and things that I've never knew about.
Yeah.
And I discovered it on the spot.
Completely different fields.
I have no idea about it. And then when I got there, you have to, when you create something, you feel that it's your baby, that you're holding and you're attached to it. But you have to get into a certain point when your baby is not working and it's not giving you what you're giving and what you're pushing, and it's not giving back, and it can't work. It's like it's done, it's dead. You should stop and put the brakes and put it aside and try to see if you can alternate it, if you can change it, so you can adapt to what's happening, and don't just be, no, what I'm doing is right and what the ideas I have is right. No, you can, it can be a fantastic idea, but it's not working now in the market. So you should stop, put the brakes and say, you know what, stop, put this aside and see what can work. This is what you should be doing as a smart person and a smart businessman, a smart entrepreneur. This is where this all comes in together to make you a great, successful person in this way and those situations, because it's the hardest situations with, of course, failure and taking risks and how to surpass all the things that you failed in by coming with conquering something else.
Have you ever heard of the story or the game of or the nuisance of trying to take a circular peg and stick it into a square hole?
No.
Okay, so it's like there's this board, and there's all these squares on the board.
Okay.
And you have a circular peg, which is like a piece of wood, in your hand, and you're trying to jam it into the square. It's not going to fit.
Yeah.
Noticing that something's not working, and recognizing that, there's two options you can take. You could say, screw it. This is too hard. It's never going to happen. It's never going to work. Or you could say, wait a second. What can I do? Let me go get a hammer and a chisel and make it fucking square and fit it into the hole.
Yeah.
Every problem has a solution, whether that be good or bad.
Yeah, nothing is impossible.
You can always overcome something, whether scary or not. And the more you get into shit and the deeper you get, the scarier things get. Of course. Like, I've been backed into corners in business where
it becomes
it's a long story, and the family business, when I took over the family business, it wasn't great, and there was a lot of shit that I uncovered that was undisclosed and whatever. That's a story for another day. If you want to know, DM me. That's a story for another day. But I'll happily share it because I learned a fucking shit ton about business and about reality that I could never have learned anywhere else.
By going out from this black area and black zone, and this gives you a lot of advantage and a lot of things that you learned that it will never happen again in the future. Because if you've never been through it.
Take your ego. One thing, when you're faced with those situations, take your ego out of it. Because take your ego and your pride out of it. Because those things mask a lot of solutions and problems.
Yes, of course.
So when I took over the company and had to start from square one and was running the company out of a freaking depodium unit, and I was sitting at 3 o'clock in the morning in the depodium unit alone in the middle of fucking winter, no idea how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to rebuild the company. You like have to put your pride aside, man, and realize like, okay, this is my problem. This is fucking scary. I have no money. What am I going to do? How am I going to figure this out? Oh. And there's always a solution. There's always something if you are willing to put in the work.
And if you think, and if you're not scared, and it comes also to being to self-confidence and being like awake and having a good reflex and just look into it slowly. Don't just be always like rushing, because rushing kills everything. Because you're rushing because you love what you're doing and you think that this is gonna be the best thing ever, but it's not true. You think of this.
Everything worth it takes time.
You think that your idea is brilliant, but you can sit with me and tell me, and I tell you, okay, it is nice, but it's not brilliant. But why don't you do this, do that?
Make it brilliant.
Listen to people and take advice, because the advice is gonna just make it better. Don't just listen to the people around you that are saying, yeah, it's very good. There's something, when the people around you, they want to support you, they shouldn't just tell you all the positive things about it. They should tell you the negative things about it first, because this is what's going to help you improve and help you get better. And when it's shit, they should tell you it's shit and you should stop it there, because it's not getting anywhere.
Yeah. They're wasting your time.
Yeah, they're wasting your time, and they're leaving you just...
it's like honesty. Like, be honest. Like, when especially with the people around you.
You have to.
Be honest.
You have to.
Because
other than that, you're not doing your job. You're not doing a good job as a friend or as a family member, because you don't want them to get mad. But madness is gonna do when they lose money, or they lose this, or they lose time, or because losing time is money, losing energy is money. All this, it comes to money,
friends, everything.
Yeah, not money in terms of just making money, but money in terms of losing a lot of things that you could have achieved by just leaving this
anything that's
aside.
valuable to you.
Exactly.
So now, when you are faced with a challenge like this, you can fail a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is where the third point that comes in. Okay. Success is learning that losing a few battles can help you win a war.
Yeah.
Gary Vee preaches this all the time. Everybody's trying to go 10-0, 20-0, and win every single fucking battle. Whereas what I've learned is I'm trying to go like 96 and 50. And all those 50 losses, I've learned so much that I'm going to win way more. But there's a balance.
Yep.
I'm never not going to fail. I've been put in situations where you try something, it fails, like shit. But
you have to.
But I learned that this doesn't work. Or I learned that I'm not good at that and I need to hire someone to do that. Or I've learned that I need to look myself in the mirror and realize that you're not as smart as you think you are. You need to learn a little bit more. Educate yourself.
Yeah. On
this subject, because you're wrong and you screwed up and you failed, and let's go. Let's pick yourself up off the floor and let's go.
Yeah. You don't have any other choices but to face your problems, and you have to fail. You cannot just wake up in the morning and have an idea or start a business or take over something that you're just going to be successful like that, because you have to study it. You have to go through it. It takes time for you to see the problems that it has, and what can you add as a positive thing. What can you push? And you learn with the time. And this is the best thing ever that can happen, is that you giving yourself the opportunity of learning and
learn from your own failures.
Yeah, and you're falling, and then you're up, and then you're falling, and then you go up, and then this is how you're going to be successful, and this is how you're going to succeed in all those steps that you're going through. Because other than that, you're never going to make it. Because if you're just afraid, so what happens is that you avoid the failure, or you avoid what you failed doing, and you just keep going as if nothing happened, this is gonna grow, and it becomes a problem, and you're not just gonna be failing the organization or the constitution you're working for, or you have as an owner, but it's gonna affect you, because it's gonna affect you in a way or another. Either you're gonna be so stuck with it, and like I mentioned, like it's your baby, that you're not gonna be able to get away because you're attached too much, that it's gonna get you in a shock that it didn't work, or that you failed completely. So
you get emotional.
From the beginning, you should go through step by step. And when you have when you fail in doing something in this stage, you should look into it and say why I failed here, and try to fix it.
This is why I say take your pride and your ego out of it.
Exactly. And like you said, it's everything has a solution. Nothing is impossible. So you should be able to fix it. If it's not fixable, that means that this project or this thing you're doing, it's not worth it, and it's not working, and you should look to something else, or readapt it to whatever you're doing.
Or put it on the side burner, and then you never know, a year down the line, someone might come to you that was like, holy shit, that guy's perfect for this project. Yeah. Like, you don't need to abandon everything completely, every idea that you have. But, you learn a lot, and you learn along the way, and you learn with your failures, and it makes you a bigger person.
You just have to learn. If you don't learn, that means there's no success there.
Come back to the aspect of what I said about learning every day and continuously learning throughout your life. So that's part one of the success conversation. We're going to basically touch on a few points next week that bring everything full circle and really make it concrete of what we're trying to say. On that note, if you have an idea, a business idea, something that you want to talk about, you want to share what you think success is, or what success that you've had in your life, or you want our opinion on something that you're trying to do, and you want to see if it's worth it, if you want to see what we think and our opinion, and basically
our advice
on anything,
the things that we went through, and it might help, it might not, but we're here to offer our help, and here to be part of this, and push you, because we want all the people around us to be successful, and that the community
to grow,
that we're trying to build everyone is helping each other, so we all get to the point of conquering whatever we want to conquer, and the goals that we're setting. So
small or big, you want to conquer everything that you set for yourself. On that note, don't forget, subscribe, follow us on social media, send us a DM, send us a message, no matter what. My name's Zach.
My name is Youssef.
And thank you very much for watching. And catch us next week, every Wednesday, 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Peace out.